how most people live with disabilities in developing nations. Pretty much they're forgotten about. They live in back rooms, they live on dirt floors. The children, if they ever are able to leave the house, they're usually carried in a blanket.
La niña, desde que nació con esa bolita en la espalda, su cabeza muy grande y sus piecitos hechos taquito así, sus manitas también.
The reason that many people with physical disabilities do not have wheelchairs in developing nations is they just can't afford them. Their families make $1 a day. 70% of the planet lives hand to mouth, and many of us here in the developed world, we do not have a clue. Wheels for Humanity collects wheelchairs and other ambulatory aid equipment. We recycle and refurbish the old equipment, and we ship these wheelchairs to those countries. I'm in desperate need to find shipping to the Ukraine. It's been really difficult trying to find shipping. We're in desperate need to find a shipping sponsor for a container from the Ukraine. To ask a really big favor.
When it started in 1996, David Richard was doing 30 chairs out of his garage. And now, 10 years later, since 1996, we've helped 31,000 people in over 61 countries. We
send a 4-person medical delegation to the rehab hospital to work for 10 days.
You give a wheelchair to a child who's laid in the back of the room, and the only time they've ever seen sunlight is on their mother's back. You're giving them a life, you know, you're giving them the ability to go, you know, go hang out with their friends, go to school, go get an education.
Volunteers are indispensable in the work that we do. From the board of directors, the advisory council, the warehouse volunteers, the drivers, the people who put on the events that we do that help us and support us throughout the year. We couldn't do it without them.
My name is Randy. I've been a volunteer for Wheels for Humanity for about 10 years now. I was about 10 years old and my folks took me to Tijuana. And I saw a man with no legs on a board with small casters on it, rolling along the sidewalk. I just couldn't figure out why he didn't have a wheelchair. And I said, Mom, why doesn't this guy have a wheelchair? And she said, well, he can't afford one. And so I got thinking that, you know, if I ever had a chance to help somebody out, that maybe that would be a good thing in life to do. I get to work with Wheels for Humanity, and it's very, very satisfying. Disabled people in this country are very lucky. Actually, I've had a pretty great life, even though I'm in the chair.
To see the lack of services and lack of resources, it's so important that a country that is so rich in resources gives back.
We're taking equipment that people consider trash. We don't see junk, we see a lot of useful parts. Everything helps. Every penny helps, every nut, every bolt. To get one wheelchair completed, a lot of times we'll have to take parts from 3 or 4 different wheelchairs. These wheelchairs that we're refurbishing would normally go into landfill.
Ahora que fui al hospital me quedé impactada. La verdad es una gente súper lindísima. No tengo palabras para decir. gracias porque son gente muy linda y gracias a gente como ustedes muchas personas nos ayudamos.